Laplace transform of unit impulse function. We have unit impulse function delta t minus a obtained as limiting case epsilon tends to 0 on the function delta epsilon t minus a. This function delta epsilon t minus a displays non-zero output 1 by epsilon only in the range a plus epsilon, which is the small neighborhood of point a. Therefore, this integral 0 to infinity g of t delta epsilon t minus a dt reduces to integral a to a plus epsilon g of t 1 by epsilon dt, which can also be written as 1 by epsilon times integral a to a plus epsilon g of t dt, where g is a continuous function. By mean value theorem, we have f dash of c equals f of b minus f of a upon b minus a, where f is a function continuous on closed interval ab and differentiable on open interval ab, and c is a point in the closed interval ab. Here, numerator can also be expressed as integral a to b f dash of x dx. If you assume f dash of x equals g of x, we have this expression integral a to b f dash of x dx can also be written as integral a to b g of x dx. Since f dash of x equals g of x, we can also write f dash of c equals g of c. Therefore, when b minus a is multiplied along with f dash of c, we have integral a to b g of x dx becomes g of c into b minus a, where b is the upper limit and a is the lower limit of this integral. When you apply this result here, we have this integral reduces to 1 by epsilon times g of c into upper limit a plus epsilon minus lower limit a, because we have 1 by epsilon times integral a to a plus epsilon g of t dt, where g is a continuous function, can be replaced as 1 by epsilon times upper limit minus lower limit into g of c, applying the result of mean value theorem for integrals. Since epsilon and epsilon can be cancelled, we have this integral now reduces to g of c, where c belongs to range a plus epsilon, which is the small neighborhood of point a. We have, since epsilon tends to 0 makes c coincide with a. This is because when epsilon tends to 0, upper and lower limit coincide, and that is c belongs to this interval becomes c equals a. Therefore, we have g of c becoming g of a when epsilon tends to 0. Laplace transform of unit impulse function delta t minus a equals integral 0 to infinity e raised to minus st delta t minus a, and here continuous function g of t is function e raised to negative st. Since we operated on continuous function g of t and we obtained g of a or g of c as the answer, we have this integral will have the output e raised to minus sa, because when g of t equals e raised to minus st, we have g of c equals e raised to minus sa, and we have delta epsilon t minus a, to which we apply epsilon tends to 0 as the limiting condition, we arrive at unit impulse function. Thus we have Laplace transform of unit impulse function obtained as e raised to minus sa.